in the 15 UA. And Patrick Lilia, happy to be with you, wrapping up the weekend. To welcome you back inside, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We are back live. 9:30 to go here in the first period. A 1-1 tie game. As Natalia Hui had a goal for Proctor Hermantown. And Forest Lake answering quickly after that. Carried up the near side and then played in. The power play just coming to an end for Proctor Hermantown. 9:05 to go here in the first period. 1-1 tie game between the Rangers and the Mirage. It's played back into the neutral zone. Samantha Poole initially carried it into the offensive zone, and now Maddie Monette with it. We're wrapping up our time here at the Cake Eater Classic. The final third place game. 8:20 to go here in the first period. A shot that's knocked down in front. And the Mirage able to break back out the other way. A nice move by Reese Heitzman. And Heitzman able to dump it into the corner in the Forest Lake zone. Comes around to the near side corner. Stretch pass. Taken back by the Mirage. And Alyssa Yokum. It's played along the far side boards. It works its way around the Ranger net to the near side. The Rangers will play it from the offensive zone. 7:05 to go here in the first period. Played off the end boards. And cleared the length of the ice. .649 to go here in this first period. 1-1. It's a shot that slides through off the face-off. It works its way into the corner. A shot that's blocked out front. It's carried into the offensive zone. There's a shot, and that hit the post. Rebound. As Delaney Cooney hit the post and then almost able to jam home her own rebound. Back the other way. Sent in deep by the Mirage. .536 to go here in the first period. 1-1 between the Mirage and the Rangers. As Forest Lake quickly back into the offensive zone. The backhand shot, that'll go wide down to the near side corner. There's a shot that'll go wide behind the net. It'll work its way up into the corner, where Samantha Poole will try to play it around. 4:42 to go here in the first period. There's a shot through. Knocked down in front. And picked up by Reagan Zawicki. Zawicki will flip it in deep to the Forest Lake zone, where it'll be picked up by Noelle Johnson. They play it around to the near side corner. And up being back behind the Forest Lake net. And intercepted, sent back out to neutral by the Rangers. As Ava Sachs sent it in deep. It's played around the net by Avery Lundwall now in her own zone. The Mirage trying to generate an offensive zone turnover. Nice physical play from Natalie Berg. Berg comes out with the puck. She was trying to get it over to Megan Bonfit, but it was out of her reach. The Rangers get it out to neutral. As Sachs into the offensive zone. Sachs trying to center it. And swept up to the far side boards by Zawicki. And a shot that's tipped wide. 3:13 to go here in the first period. 1-1. As Forest Lake in the offensive zone. The shot that's intercepted out front. And cleared out through neutral. Into the offensive zone, but having it poked away immediately after crossing the blue line. And it slipped out through neutral and all the way into the Forest Lake zone. We played behind the net by Haley Stanius. Stanius will play it into the neutral zone. It's played along by Emma Hallweg, but coming in offside. With 2:19 to go here in the first period. 1-1, our tie game. Face-off. Pushed ahead. 2:10 to go here in the first period. Stretch pass into the neutral zone. And then coming in offside is Alyssa Yoakum. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 1:47 to go here in the first period. The Rangers with it in their own zone. They get it out to neutral. 1:39 to go in the period. And they gain the offensive zone. It's played up into the net with 1:26 to go here in the first period. We'll have a face-off with 1:26 to go. Played around the net to the near side, and Lauren Medill. With a shot that'll go behind the net down to the near side corner. With 1:03 to go here in the first period. Played over to the near side in the Mirage zone. Now up through the corner. Flip back out to neutral. Puck flies up high, misses all the banners, so we remain in play. So Mirage able to get it back out. And an offside with 39.6 remaining here in the first period. Face-off carried through neutral. And into the offensive zone, but offside once again by Natalia Hui. With 33.3 remaining here in the first period. A 1-1 tie game. .15 seconds to go in the period. Three seconds to go. And it'll take us to the end of the frame. One last shot that's saved by Adria Haley. So we're going to take a minute timeout. Come back with the start of your second period right after this. We welcome you back inside. We're about to get the second period underway. And quickly an offside call here, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. With 14:53 to go in the second period, 1-1 tie game. It's played down into the near side corner in the Rangers zone. And able to be held by Haley Laspy. We played around the net. The puck sent up out of play, so we'll have another neutral zone face-off. With 14:35 to go here in the second period. The puck played over to the near side into the Ranger offensive zone as Ellie Hanoski trying to center it. Works its way behind the net. Into the side of the cage. It's loose in front and pushed down to the near side corner. Hanoski continuing to battle She'll send a shot through wide. That went off the stick of Avery Lundwall. Yeah, Sanoski plays this one ahead. Sanoski as this puck go off her stick. Stretch pass intercepted, carried back into the offensive zone, and then a long shot by Haley Stanius. Back out in the neutral zone. 3-on-2 for the Rangers as they re-enter the offensive zone. Is kicked aside with the pad by Neela McLeod, the goaltender. All tied up on the end boards. Then of the offensive zone is that's Heitzman who sent a shot wide. Now the Rangers able to get it back out through neutral as Carly Gilbertson back to pick it up. Gilbertson plays it over for Sydney Adamski. Into the offensive zone is Hui. Hui, who had the first goal of the game. It's back out at neutral. And carried into the offensive zone once again by Alyssa Yocom. The centering feed kind of kicked around. There's a shot that'll go wide of the net as tumbling to the ice after the shot was Zawicki. As Forest Lake controls behind their net. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. 1-1. The Rangers able to carry it back into the offensive zone. And sent back out to neutral ice. Back into the offensive zone is Bonfit. Bonfit drops it off for Natalie Berg. Berg with a shot through the blue. That one just out of the reach of Heitzman, who was trying to redirect it in front of the net. Mirage back out at neutral with it. They'll bring it into the offensive zone. It's back out at neutral. Flipped over toward the near side. Then hops the stick of Berg. And played throughout the end boards. Back into the offensive zone. There's a shot that's saved. Rebound. Just pushed out of reach. As Forest Lake plays it behind their net. A penalty coming here. They're going to be on Hanoski, perhaps. Maybe coincidental minors assessed here. As Hui will also be the one sent to the box. It will remain 5-on-5. .37 to go here in the second period. A 1-1 tie game. The centering feed is sent up to the far side boards. As Lundwall plays it around to the near side corner. It's loose in front. Sent the length of the ice back into the Rangers zone where Lundwall back to pick it up. Lundwall circling her net. Taken away by the Mirage. A shot goes wide. Sent back in. It'll work its way around the taken away by the Mirage with a shot through the blue. Sent up to the far side boards. Works its way down into the near side corner. 9:20 to go here in the second period. The game is tied at 1. Back at neutral. Played over to the near side. Into the offensive zone is Natalie Berg. There's a shot that's saved. The stretch pass through the neutral zone. Into the offensive zone is Ava Sachs. She'll get tied up on the end boards. Sent back out to neutral. It's played ahead by Karis Wayant. And now back into the offensive zone. It's Proctor Hermantown, and they play it up to the far side boards. Into the offensive zone is Gilbertson. Gilbertson reversing course in the circle. Backhand centering pass is intercepted. Played up to the far side boards. We go under 8 minutes to go here in the second period. There's a shot that'll be deflected wide. Turnaround shot, that'll go through the blue up to the far side boards. And sent back through the neutral zone. We played the length of the ice by Julia Hayek. It'll work its way up into the corner. The Rangers in the offensive zone with it. It's loose down low. It's poked up and dragged up into the corner. The Rangers able to hold. There's a long shot, and that'll be tipped up to the end boards. 7:12 to go here in the second period. A 1-1 tie game. Both goals coming about a minute apart in the first period. It was early on in that first period. A nice move to get through neutral ice, but then getting poked away from the puck was Emma Hallweg. As the Rangers play it deep into the offensive zone. Back out at neutral ice and working her way in. There's a shot that'll go wide. 6:35 to go here in the second period. A 1-1 tie game. Played over to the near side. Into the offensive zone is Sachs again. Sachs having to reverse direction. A backhand centering feed slides through down to the near side. Back out at neutral. It's played in deep by Stanius. Now back out at neutral ice. Stanius over to the near side. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. This one rung around to the near side corner. Five and a half minutes to go here in the second period now as it played over to the near side. Into the offensive zone. It's Ellie Zoen. Zoen with a shot that was saved by McLeod. He's back out at neutral ice. Now back in the Rangers zone where Hayek back to pick it up for Forest Lake. She'll steer her way around her own net, and now we'll set up from behind with several navy blue jerseys with white trim in front of her to try to force a mistake. It sneaks through back out to neutral ice. Here's Hallweg into the offensive zone. Hallweg with a shot over the net. And haven't had an opportunity to try to fit a pass in down low, but opted for the shot instead. Making her way now through neutral ice is Helsman. Helsman works in on net, and it's covered up by Haley with 4:37 to go. The coincidental minors come to an end finally. So colleague Bart Archer likes to remind everybody it's always 2 minutes plus the next whistle, and that next whistle took quite a while to arrive for those two players in the box. They're back on the bench and available to re-enter the game now with 4:37 to go here in the second period. Stretch pass into the neutral zone. Trying to get it to Hanoski. It'll work its way down into the corner. They whiff on the centering feed. 4:10 to go here in the second period. There's a shot that'll go wide. The backhand feed into the circle. Played up to the far side boards. Flipped out to the neutral zone. 3:37 to go here in the period as that one covered up by Haley. And we'll have a face-off in the Forest Lake zone with 3:33 to go in the second period. We'll take our resurfacing intermission following this second period, so we'll have an extended break. There's a shot through. Haley makes the save. 3:15 to go here in the second period. It's loose in front. They score! Reese Heitzman. Oh, no, they're going to wave it off. They're going to say it was kicked in. So no goal. Referee making a kicking motion. They'll wave the goal off, and we'll remain tied at 1. Stanius plays it in from the red line. Played over toward the near side. Played around to the corner. Lundwall up in the corner with it. 2:20 to go here in the period. That one sneaks through the blue up into the corner. About to go under 2 minutes to play here in the period. It's dumped in deep to the corner. 1:50 to go here in the second period. Centering feed knocked down. Played back up to the far side boards. Taken away. There's a shot that's held on to by McLeod. The backhand shot, it's loose in front of McLeod, who covers it up with 1:25 to go here in the second period. $1:15 now in the period. On the near side, Hayek. Got to get the puck ahead toward Hanoski. Hanoski into the offensive zone. It's back out at neutral. A minute to go in the period. Now down to 50 seconds as it's in the Rangers zone in the corner. It's poked out to neutral ice and played ahead. Gilbertson has played up onto the far side corner. 30 seconds now in the period. It's played around up into the corner. Stretch pass into the neutral zone, intercepted. 15 seconds to go in the period. As the period will loose in front, and now the period comes to an end with Forest Lake and Proctor Hermantown tied at 1 after 2 periods. We'll take our resurfacing break. Come back with the conclusion of the game in about 10 or so minutes. We are back in Braemar Arena for the final period of the evening, final period of third place championship Sunday. As Forest Lake and Proctor Hermantown tied at 1 after 2 periods. 2-on-1 developing for the Mirage into the offensive zone as they tried to slide this one through the Heitzman, but Berg's pass was tipped away. 14:35 to go in regulation. Game tied at 1 between the Forest Lake Rangers and the Proctor Hermantown Mirage. It's played up onto the far side corner. Over to the near side. Played off the far side boards. Then over to the near side. It's loose in front and comes down where it's picked up by the Rangers, carried around the net. They'll steam their way up the left wing side into the offensive zone. Well, there's a shot that's saved. Rebound, they score! Delaney Cooney caught up to the rebound shot. It's 2-1, Forest Lake. It's right back in the Proctor Hermantown zone with 13:20 to go in regulation. First lead of the game for the Rangers. Proctor Hermantown led for about a minute of the first period before the Rangers immediately answered. Now the Rangers with the lead for the first time on the goal by Cooney with now under 13 minutes to play in regulation. It's a 2-1 lead for Forest Lake. So Haley Stanius getting the assist. 12.5 minutes now to go in regulation as it's back out at neutral ice. As Monette catching up to it for Forest Lake. She centers it. There's a shot, and that's saved and sent up into the corner. A nice save there by McLeod on the shot by Zowin. That's a turnaround shot. It's a back up in the corner. And we're back out at neutral ice as it's flipped in deep. There's Sachs on the near side with it. Sachs speeds into the offensive zone. Sachs tries to center it, and there's another nice save. Yes, Samantha Poole had moved over to try to redirect the shot. And we're going to get a whistle. .11:44 to play in regulation. And played through the corner. Centering feed is poked through the slot. Back into the offensive zone. With a shot that's tipped over the net. Played over to the near side. Loose in front, poked free in the slot. Turnaround was blocked as well. It works its way back into the neutral zone where the Mirage will set up. Delayed penalty coming here against Forest Lake as it's touched up by Poole, and a tripping call coming against Avery Lundwall, so that'll put the Mirage on a power play. With 10:40 to go in regulation. Played out through neutral ice. And shorthanded into the offensive zone is Hanoski. Hanoski with a shot with a loud save and a rebound. 10:20 to go in regulation as they get it back into the neutral zone, and Megan Bonfig. Bonfig through the circle with a shot as it took him an awkward angle, but it was able to be saved and then ends up behind the net off the rebound. Loose in the corner. Now Cooney gets it back out to neutral. Cooney able to play it in deep to the Mirage zone, but that'll be an icing. A face-off deep in the Rangers zone. 9:48 to go in regulation. 1:09 in the power play. There's a shot over the net by Zawicki. Rangers unable to clear and will have to be covered up again. And a face-off deep in the Forest Lake zone once again. 9:34 to go in regulation. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rangers. Cooney giving them the lead early here in the third period. The Mirage able to take the puck away and prevent the Rangers from clearing. The centering feed sneaks through all the way down. Yes, Yoakum with it. Work its way behind the net and end up in the corner. He played along through the corner. They're trying to get it to Hui in the circle. Will end up in the corner. It's Dillwyn trying to clear. That shot is knocked down and played alongside the net by the Rangers. The power play is over, and the Rangers back at full strength as they get it out to neutral ice. And then it's poked up into the bench with 8.5 minutes to play. Face-off pushed back up into the Proctor Hermantown zone. There's a shot and then a save by McLeod. It comes over to the near side. A stretch pass. It's racing to catch up to it is Berg. Berg with a shot and a save by Haley. Shot from the circle again. Another save by Haley. Rebound just out of reach of Heitzman. As Forest Lake will work quickly back into the offensive zone. There's a shot. Rebound. Couldn't get enough on it to get a good attempt away, and it's covered up by McLeod. .7:53 to play in regulation. 2-1 Forest Lake with the lead. Face-off pushed up into the corner. And played through the corner on the far side. It's carried up the right wing side into the offensive zone. Good speed put on and then a save. And then another save on the rebound as Hui had a shot and then her own rebound, but both were saved by Haley. We'll face off again deep in the Forest Lake zone with 7:25 to go here in regulation. Just past the midpoint. 2-on-1 for Forest Lake if they hurry. And it's just tipped wide as they slid it over to Maddie Monette. They go under 7 minutes to play in regulation. The shot that's blocked. Rangers able to hold the zone. Slide it through the circle. There's a shot again and a save. Rebound again saved. With 6:45 to go here in regulation. Face-off coming with 6:45 to go in the game. Over to the near side. The shot that's blocked. And we're going to get a penalty or just maybe a stoppage as a little bit slow to get up is Wayant. We get set to resume play. 6:33 to go in regulation. It's a 2-1 lead for Forest Lake. As the Rangers control the puck. They get it out to neutral. Try to get it ahead. For Cooney ahead. With a shot that'll go over the top of the net. .609 to go. The Mirage get it in deep to the Rangers zone and change. The Rangers look to break out from behind their own net. And then almost losing the puck as the Wiki was making an aggressive play for it. The Rangers will play it from behind their own net. They will streak out into the neutral zone, but then losing control immediately after crossing the blue line. As Lundwall back with it. Lundwall trying to get it ahead. This one slides through into the slot, and then a shot that'll go wide by Hallweg. And Hallweg was a little surprised that that puck was able to get through to her. She was able to just keep pushing it forward and eventually got a shot toward the net. It's loose on the side of the net. 5:10 to go in regulation. It's up on the far side boards. Played through the corner up to the far side. The Mirage unable to clear, and Forest Lake able to hold the zone. Zowin going to the backhand. Had it stuffed, and then the puck sent down to the near side corner. 4:45 to go now in regulation. 2-1, Forest Lake with the lead. That's a shot that slides through. Four and a half minutes to go with a shot. It's loose in front and then swept away. And it just froze there for a moment before it was slapped out of there. Then it goes the length of the ice for an icing. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Mirage zone. 4:22 to go here in the final period. carried back out to neutral ice. Now the Rangers able to bring it back in with Monette. The Mirage break back the other way with Yoakum into the offensive zone, where the Rangers have it once again. 4 minutes to play in regulation. And played down to the corner. Into the offensive zone, there's a shot. The face-off coming, 3:27 to go here in regulation. It's a 2-1 lead for Forest Lake. The face-off trickles toward the net. It's played off the end boards behind the net. It's a shot. It'll be held on to by Haley with 2:47 to go. Very fast-moving third period. Start to see when Proctor Hermantown might want to use their timeout. When the answer to that question appears to be right now. So we will take one with them, come back. The conclusion, 2:47 to go, 2-1. Forest Lake leading Proctor Hermantown. As we will come out of the timeout, 2:47 to play, 2-1 in favor of Forest Lake. And they'll break with the empty net, still almost 3 minutes to play, so a very risky choice. It's played over to the near side. The puck being played now by the Rangers behind their net. Loose in front, picked up by the Rangers. They'll take a shot toward the empty net, and that'll go wide for icing. 2:16 to go. So a very interesting choice by Proctor Hermantown here, who elected to come out of the timeout with an empty net, and still 2:47 remaining in the game. Kind of a Patrick Waugh moment, perhaps. It feels like ages ago already that he was an NHL coach doing that kind of stuff with the empty net. We played behind the net by the Mirage. It's played up toward the right point, but able to be held in, and then a shot goes wide. Backhand, and that one just goes wide as well. Centering feed played through down to the near side. 1:45 to go in regulation, as it's able to be held in by the Mirage. With a shot over the net, down to the near side corner. The Rangers pick it up. They are able to get it out to neutral ice. Steaming through neutral. Driving toward the empty net and missing it wide is Zowin. And a stretch pass will result in an icing, so we'll have the goaltender McLeod back in the game with 1:13 to go. Well, the decision almost paid off. Got a couple of good scoring chances. And Forest Lake just missing a chance to put the game away a moment ago. It will remain 2-1. Face off deep in the Mirage zone. 1:13 to play. 2-1, Forest Lake leading. Mirage able to control the puck. They'll gain the offensive zone. Extra attacker back on. There's a shot that'll go just wide of the net by Hui, who had the first goal of the game. What a move to come through, and that shot just goes wide. 50 seconds remaining. Empty net again for the Mirage. The centering feed is intercepted by the Rangers. No speed through neutral ice again. The Rangers able to take the puck away. 27 seconds left as it's flipped into the Mirage zone. Maybe one last rush developing here. Mirage get the puck into the offensive zone. 13 seconds to play. Played around to the near side corner. And thrown wide of the empty net, and that will be icing with 5.3 left. So one last look at things for the Mirage. They trail by 1 at 2-1. Good way to wrap up the Cake Eater Classic. Face-off still loose in the circle. It's played toward the blue line, and the game comes to an end. Congratulations to the Forest Lake Rangers on winning the 15UA third place title. And thank you to Proctor Hermantown for putting on a good performance this weekend as well. The final score, Forest Lake 2 and Proctor Hermantown 1. On behalf of all of our crew working so hard this weekend behind the scenes, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Cake Eater Championship Sunday. It's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon and evening. Started early this morning. We're all done with the third place games. There's still some first place championship action to check out. Join our friend John Conley commentating the action over on the West Rink. I think he's got a couple more games left. Might have one or two more. Well, there's still some action if you want to check things out, but we're all done over here on the West Rink, or the South Rink rather. And signing off until next time. We'll see you at the next tournament. Good night, everybody.